back on Champion Spring, and Edge gets the MVP. 616 on the Quinn. Did a ton of damage. Soloed a ton of people. Split pushed a ton of lanes. Well, one lane really in particular, but he's our MVP.
The big story was the Edge was forced out of mid, went to a side lane, but it's when they started winning the fights, getting these picks, Edge got some of his items accelerated, and then as you mentioned, he went bot, parked himself there, no one could deal with him, no one could deal him, especially not the gangplank, and he just cleaned up fight after fight. So Kongdoo in general, the thing that you always say about this team is that if they can get through a game even, this was the big pivotal fight where Afreeca really stacked their CC on the first few targets, couldn't kill anyone, and then Sivir and Edge free hit Afreeca down. And from this fight onwards, Kongdoo were controlled. Edge always split pushing, pushing up lanes, not grouping for 5, not going for risky sieges when they didn't need to with the team comp they had, you know, with a very squishy, short-ranged Quinn and Sivir. Kongdoo play smart and get the well-deserved reward.
Yeah, and Afreeca had a decent early game, and they were winning this fight, but the reason they were winning it is because Edge was killing their base.
This was really nice. Snowflower was actually a good early flash. Snowflower tries to ult flash, but that interaction didn't work.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, after a game like that, there's only one man who can get MVP, and it is Ixu for his top lane Gragas. He had some good barrels. The barrels were rolling.
Yeah, the first top lane Gragas who's in the meta in, what, 18 months or so, the last time we saw top lane Gragas, ever since the rework.
When Afreeca wins games, it's usually Ixu that gets that MVP. As you can see right there, 600 points for him. And he's like...
That was a sick barrel.
It was very, very good.
I didn't know you could actually bounce them back from that range.
Mickey tried so hard to get the assist on that one too, but didn't get it.
This was one of those fights where Corky decided not to group.
Yep.
That didn't work out
This
so
was
well.
a great barrel.
Yep. Bounced 2 people into turret on 1 thread away. That's 3 out of 3 right there.
That's the kind of barrel that Donkey Kong would be very jealous of.
Well, Gragas won't be getting through picks and bans too often, and being able to flex it, though, is something pretty big for Afreeca, who now, for future games, there'll always be that threat for the enemy team of flexing it top.
Yeah, that's right. But the biggest problem for Afreeca Freecs is just how lackadaisical they looked that game. A lot of little errors, a lot of bad positioning, a lot of questionable decision making, and they, again, you know, I think you made a good comparison that they seem to kind of be like this season's Jin Air, in that they play to the level of their opponents a lot. Well, let's find out who our MVP is. It's Mickey. Pretty good Zed play. Did his job, right?
Well, I know what it is about champions giving MVPs to Zeds. First BDD, now Mickey.
So.
I mean, again, you'd be hard-pressed to call a single person for this game too,
Yeah.
but it's going to be Mickey.
That's right.
He did Zed things. Wasn't a non-factor. I mean, the pressure he created was definitely the big story and why they won this game, but certainly no big Zed outplays. This is not one you want to show where he does no damage at all to the Corky, so the death mark does nothing, but starting off this clip, attacking the turret instead of just instantly grouping in the 5v5 in the jungle was smart from Mickey. Dived onto Crush, DPS'd him down, everyone tried to peel against the Zed. So the Zed pick did a lot, but it wasn't his play necessarily in the game, specifically around the team fights or skirmishes, that made the difference.
Yep, and I mean, he did his job. He split pushed. He split pushed. That's really kind of the biggest thing. And here we go. Finally getting that kill on the Soul. Maybe you better not call this Soul.